Welcome back. I'm excited about this video. So when people comment on my videos, it makes me so happy, and then I just have like the stamina to just do another 100 after that. Imagine if I was actually famous and loads of people commented in my videos. That would be amazing. But I'm not yet. I do plan to be though, because I want to change the world and I want to talk. I know that like maybe I don't want people to try and kill me though, because like if they try to kill me, I just hope it's like really quick. But I hope that they don't, because like, I'm not here to like actually destroy the world and destroy people. I just want to make it a better place. But I will be talking and I will not be shut in my mouth, and that's just the final thing. And I will be trying to influence people to make a massive world change if I become famous. Anyways, today's title is sex positions to make her fall in love. Now this is just like to give you tips and secrets of like what a female feels like and you know, how to make her fall in love. This is not a guidebook for boys who want to mess around with girls and want to know how to do it. No thank you, that's not what this is for. And actually, if you're a boy and you're doing that on purpose, I think that you should go and talk to your mum, because you need to heal that relationship. Because like, I swear, like my son could never be a boy. Like the most he'll do is experiment and try to like see what he's capable of, but like experimenting by accident, not on purpose. Like, oh, I wonder if I can do this, or what does that feel like, what does that feel like? And in the process of getting to know yourself, you're not really thinking about people's feelings, and that's just the immaturity of life, I suppose. Or because even if I tried to teach my son like be aware of people's feelings, like sometimes you do disappear into your own brain, and it's by accident and it's not on purpose. So we have to be patient with that type of thing. But if you're a boy, you are doing it on purpose and you want girls to fall in love with you on purpose. And I think, to be honest with you, yeah, boys, their heart got broken at one point, and that's why they became a boy. So you need to go and talk to your mummy so she can heal your heart, because that's what I would tell my son. If somebody broke your heart, come and talk to me, let's get over it together, let's talk about it, you know, the science of life. And you know, a lot of parents, I think that they're scared of like talking to their children. Anyways, let me not get sidetracked here. Story time. For somebody who doesn't have sex, I don't understand why I'm so obsessed with it, but I am. Like, it just hits me right in my heart, and I'm like, yes, let's talk about this. And I was watching this like podcaster, and she was saying how like she gets so much hate for like telling the world that she loves to give head, and I was like, oh my gosh, what? Imagine if my channel blew up, how many people hate me for how I'm so like into it. But you know what, it makes me a little bit angry. So that's what I mean, like I'm a bit different, like, because I'll just be like talking even more, like, yeah, you hate this, so let's talk about it even more then. Because why do you hate a genital in your mouth? And is it because like science like doesn't do a good job at like giving you the romanticized version of life? Because let me tell you, life is romantic, it's full of poetry, it's full of beautiful things. So then like, why are we not romanticizing life? And why are we so like, and you know what, the people who don't romanticize life, like we just stay away from them in real life, because they're just like party ruiners. And so of course we should romanticize life. And so then if you have genitals, no, they're not just this scientific thing that's disgusting, that's like full of germs and full, no, it's a beautiful artistic creation that belongs in all places that I want it to belong in. So if it's in my mouth or if it's in my vagina, I want it there, I like it there. So then no, let's not be disgusted by these conversations. And it just makes me angry that you're a bit disgusted by it, even though I don't know who I'm talking to, because like whatever. But like, stop it, it's romantic. The penis is romantic, the vagina is romantic, the wetness of a vagina is romantic. It's beautiful art, so stop it. Again, I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm sorry, let's just get on with this video. Oh wait, I didn't even tell my story time. So basically I was on Instagram, and I was on my stories, I was like talking about this sex scene in this book, and I realized that I hadn't put it on YouTube, and it's like really important, because it just like, you know, the Cupid had an arrow and it just shot me in my heart, and I was like, oh my god. And the thing is, he's like a shy guy, and I had noticed after reading this book that I actually have a type, but it's not like how he looks like, it's how he acts. You know, like if he's in a group of friends and all his friends are like confident, and he's the one that's like quiet, and he's the one that doesn't say much, that guy would be my type. Not that he'll be my type, he'll be the one that would catch my attention. Like, why are you the one that's quiet? You know, all of your friends are, but you're quiet. And if he's handsome, it's like, why are you handsome and quiet? And it would just make me look at him and be interested in him. And so then if that guy, which usually happens, is a bit of a freak in the bedroom, that would just absolutely that alone will make me fall in love. But let's just get on with the video. Okay. So apart from you being the shy guy who comes alive in the bedroom, apart from that making you automatically fall in love, because I'm telling you that's it, it's just over. And so we might as well not make a video about this anymore. Like, just be the shy guy who's not confident, and then when you get in the bedroom you are confident. That's it, it's done, it's forever finished. She's in love with you. No, I know, it depends on the type of girl. Anyways, the other thing is that if you make her feel wanted and desired, like a lot, like she's like the queen, that will also, you know, let's just end the video here. That's all you have to do. Goodbye. But how does that look like? Let's talk about how that looks like and how do you do that. So this particular book, again, I mentioned it last week, I'm gonna mention it again, Wildfire. There's a character called Russ, and he's like really quiet, and then he's not very quiet when he's in the bedroom, but he's very quiet and reserved, and he's like not a loud person, he's not a confident person, he's actually very shy. So then when he tries to talk to people, like, he just doesn't know how to do it, so then he doesn't try to talk to people. So he's really shy, but given the opportunity, he's not shy at all, and that was very attractive. Anyways, oh my gosh, so there was a scene where he was having sex with her, and I was like, let me have him. Like, is he real? Where is he? Let me find him. Oh my gosh, why am I like this? He's not even real. Well, anyways, I know that he's real in like people around the world, but I just, you know, let me just tell you what the scene is. Basically, he was spooning her, right? So she was, her back was to his chest and he was spooning her. And so then his arm was under her, holding her, and his other arm was holding her. So imagine if he's like this and then like he's spooning her, and you know, you get it, right? You know what spooning is, right? So then he was basically having sex with her in this position. So if she's high enough and you're low enough, obviously you can reach her vagina from behind in this position. And so then this hand here was, I think it was playing with her breast, and then this hand here was like stimulating her clitoris while his penis was inside of her. Now let me tell you, when I read this scene, I was like, that's actually all you need to do to try to, you know, women who doesn't know how to orgasm. I feel like that position would teach women how to orgasm, because number one, she's not looking at you, so she's not thinking about your reaction, she's not thinking about, oh, I have to please you, and actually all she's doing is laying there doing absolutely nothing, which is a very typical of a woman. But when you're on top of her, it's this whole experience. So then I don't know if she can, you know, learn to orgasm in this way, whereas she's not looking at you, she's just laying like this, and you're pushing into her from behind while stimulating her clitoris. I just feel like it's just, I could feel the tingles, I could just feel it. It's just the perfect thing. So, but the reason why I think that this scene grabbed me so much is because of the intimacy. And somebody replied to my story, and he was agreeing that it's the intimacy that we don't really think about in sex, of the closeness, because all we're thinking about is the genital going into the vagina, trying to achieve something, and then you achieve it, and then that's it. You're not thinking about the closeness of it. And I think that for a woman, the closeness is everything. So for the fact that you're holding her so tight into your chest with this arm, or whatever you're doing with your fingers on her nipples, whatever, but you're holding her tight into your chest, so then she's feeling secure, she's feeling safe, she's feeling like into you, and then you've got this free hand that you can help stimulate her vagina and her clitoris while you're going in and out of her. And you don't need to be banging, you could just be going slow, like, oh my gosh, like, I swear down, give me a boyfriend so I can try this, because I feel like that this would be how you learn to have an orgasm, because it's also just naughty enough. It's like, it's not obvious that we're having sex here, so then it's naughty enough for my brain to be like, oh, this is a bit different, so then it's gonna make me tingle. And then if you enter me from behind, it's also gonna feel different, because I'm used to you entering me from here, but you're not, you're entering me from there. We're laying down, especially it's gonna be easier for you as well, because you're laying on your side, so you're not putting too much effort. It was just the best thing that I was imagining while I was reading this book, Wildfire. I'm sure it's from that book. I'm sorry if I'm sending you to that book and you're like, where's the scene? It's not here. And I'm like, oh gosh, what book did I get that from? I don't know. But it was one of those books. It just taught me that this intimacy of like holding somebody close, you know, like when you're hugging them and you really love them and you're hugging them and you're having sex with them while you're hugging them, like that's it. She's in love. You've got her heart. That's it. And also, like, if you show her that you're really liking what you're doing, so you're spooning her from behind, you're having sex with her from behind, you're stimulating her clitoris, and you're groaning and making noises in her ear as if like this is the best feeling that you've ever had in your life. Please do that. You know, don't be quiet. Don't try to hold back your noises. Don't try to hold back how much you like this moment. Show her how much you like this moment, and she's going to be having heart palpitations while you're having sex with her. So then I was thinking about, well, okay, but how can she, because I want to also just be on top. I don't know why I want to be on top. So how am I able to have this closeness? And there was this other scene as well, I think is in also the Maple Hill series, where she was on top of him and she was like cradling him, you know, with her knees on either side of him, on top of him, and he was sitting up. So then my chest is on your chest and I could hug you while I am riding you and we're like close. I really do think that the close part, yeah, of like wanting to be close, hugging as if like as if you love her while you're having sex, I think is just going to win her heart. That's it. You've got her heart. Show her closeness, show her that you care and that you're close and that you like hugging basically while you're having sex, I think is just what makes a girl fall in love. And I just really like that, because like, you know, if a guy is like laying flat on the bed and I'm on top of him and I'm riding him, I just feel like that's just like another picture that we're trying to like copy from somewhere. Whereas if he's sitting up and we're chest to chest and I'm on top of him and I'm riding him, like it's just why don't I have a boyfriend? Oh, shut up. Okay, let's carry on. God, I've written so much notes for this video. I think I know how to fall in love with the guy so well, and I've just got too much to say, so I just need to like pace myself here a little bit. Because I've also got here the missionary thing, right? Because I've had a guy who's missionary, meaning he's on top of me and I'm laying down, and he's like, you know, he's holding his weight on his arms while he's like pushing into me, and that's not what I want. So if he's like, because I think why girls like missionary a lot is because they want to feel the heaviness on them, especially me, because my sensories are different. I want to feel the heaviness, like, and actually my son has this thing as well where he wants me to like just put all my weight on him sometimes, and he just loves it. And I think that girls like that. They want this heavy body on top of them. And I think I've said this in another video, because like even if you're not that heavy, you still are heavy as an adult. Like you still are heavy. It's heavy enough. So you don't need to be this like gigantic guy to put your weight on a girl and make her like the weight. Because I think any human laying on another human, no matter how thin you are, you're going to have weight on somebody. So I think that weight is what they like. But if you're able to be a missionary and then have your chest touching her chest, and maybe your arm like underneath her neck holding her, and maybe you can hold yourself up with this arm while you're holding her and your chest is touching, I feel like that closeness is going to do something to her heart. But I just want to like elaborate on this, like there's a difference between passion and force. I think that there's a line, and I think that the line is like want and care, rather than having a picture that you're trying to achieve. It's just the want and the care. And when you go, like for example, if you're a missionary and you're going deep into her and you're pushing, you don't need to be like bang 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 bang. You could just literally be like pushing deep, and that's enough. And I think that deepness makes her feel like you love her, like you want her. So if you're just like normally just going in and out, that's not deep. That's not showing her how much you want her. But if you're like deep and going in, I'm so sorry that I'm like having to, I don't think my son would appreciate this very much, me showing things. He stays away from my videos. I think there's a difference between deep and strong, and you know, building a feeling and having this thing of like, I love you, I want you close to me, and you're going deep and you want to just be so deep into her, rather than aggression and quickness of like, yeah, I'm aggressive and I'm quick. It's just two different things. One, you're in love and you're obsessed with this body and you just want to be inside of it as much as you can, and then the other one is just like this idea of this, I don't know, sex. Now there is a difference, right? And I saw a TikTok, not a TikTok because I'm never on TikTok. I always post on there, but I'm never on there. It was on Instagram, and it was saying the difference between a girl and a woman, and a boy and a man. And I do think that I don't know who produces these humans, because if I had a daughter, I would produce her in a way different way. I don't know where these women are. I don't understand. Like I see so many videos on Instagram of these girls saying like, oh, you know, do you have money, and what job do you have? And I've never even thought to ask a man that. What job do you have? I don't really care what job you have. How much money do you have? I don't really care how much money you have. Like, are you a kind person? I don't know where these women come from. So I do feel like that there's a difference in how mature a woman is, and that then determines how she falls in love. Because I do think that if a woman's a bit immature, she's going to fall in love with a guy who can dominate her and boss her around and make her feel like she's like this little girl who's protected. That does not make me fall in love. That actually makes me cringe the hell out. And I feel like I'm here like calling myself mature, but whatever. I think I am mature, and I feel like that the mature woman wants the desire and the passion over the domination. She wants the confidence over the cockiness. There's a fine line between things, and I feel like the immaturity will show one thing and the mature will show another. Anyways, I wanted to quickly talk about what puts a woman off, because I feel like that's really important. Because again, if you're trying to produce a picture and you're trying to produce an outcome and you have an idea and you're trying to do it, I feel like that puts a woman off. I know some people don't agree with this, but it is a little bit of a game, and you do have to be enticing. So if you're doing something and it's obvious and you're trying to achieve something, it is off-putting. And I know that that's so annoying for people who like, what? So what am I supposed to do? What you're supposed to do is have knowledge of what it is that you're supposed to be doing, right? So go deep, show your affection, keep her close, keep her tight. Like, so you have this knowledge of what it is that a woman likes. Then you let go of everything and you feel through the moment. So I had a boyfriend once. He really put me off in the bedroom because he wanted us to like lay naked and like he just wanted these things. And I tried to say to him, oh, I'm not sure about this, and he was like, oh no, let's do it. So then he was pushing me to do something that I didn't like. And so then if she gives you a hint that she doesn't like something, like, don't push her to do it, because that's going to put her off. And actually, if you want her to fall in love with you, you would listen to what she says, because then that will make her feel like you're a nice person. And if you're a nice person, she's going to fall in love with you if she's mature, and if she has a good upbringing, then she's going to fall in love with you for being kind. So then if she says, oh, even if she flinches and then you back off, that will make her like go in the process of falling in love. If she flinches and then you carry on, she's not gonna like that very much. So then you have to really follow her body. And I know that this is just the female perspective, like I'm not talking about the male here, what makes a male fall in love, I'm talking about the female. So it seems like she's a bit spoiled here in the way that I'm saying it, but I'm just telling you what it is that will make her fall in love. And he just wanted to do these things that I didn't like. So I feel like when you're being forceful and you've got this picture in your head and she's not really into it and you still want to do it, then that's what you shouldn't do. If you're banging and it's not like this passionate thing and you're just like being aggressive and banging, that's not necessarily going to put her off in terms of falling in love with you, because like I said, there's an immature version in a female where she likes the domination, she likes the big guy. So that's just showing that you're like this like alpha big guy, banging. So yes, she can still fall in love with you like that, but that's not going to be the deepest love available. That's just going to be the surface, stupid, immature love that I can't even begin to feel that way anymore about a guy. I guess I'm getting on in life. And I do feel like sexual noises are really important, but I don't think we should overdo it. And I don't know what it was about me that I used to like really put it on. Like, I swear, in my early 20s, and now I'm in my late 30s, in my early 20s I was putting on a show with my sexual noises. Why was I doing that? It's so cringy. But I was doing it. So I don't think that we should put on a show with it, but I do feel like if something feels good, you should definitely allow it to come out of you. Whatever that noise is, let it come out of you. Don't try to suppress it, let it come out, because it sounds nice. And if she's immature and she has this vision of this man who's like macho, and you know what, to avoid yourself getting heartbroken, you should just talk to her about what she likes in a man before you go having sex with her. Do you like a man that's an alpha? Do you like a man that's like takes control? And if she says yes, I don't know if you should pursue that if you're not that, because I don't think you should be pretending to be anything that you're not, you know? I don't know, like these videos of these girls are really irritating because they're not even orgasming. So what are you doing that for? Just for like this like mind game? Like, yeah, he banged into me and yeah, he's such an alpha, but you're not pleasing yourself, so what are you doing that for? Like, stop it. I feel like a mother right now, finding it attractive when a man like just like dominates you. And sorry, I'm getting irritated. Let me not go down that road. I'm already down that road. Let me backtrack. And I think that there's a difference between a girl being put off and a girl being upset, because they could be a bit, girls are a bit difficult sometimes, right? So if she looks pissed off, then she still has feelings for you. If she's like, gets grumpy, she still has feelings for you. So then you could still save it. Cause like sometimes you, like the guy's too shy and you want, like you're ready, like the teasing has been done and you want him to touch you and he still doesn't do it because he's scared or whatever is happening. And then she'll get pissed off and then she'll get grumpy. Like, because like you obviously are not, you don't care about me, otherwise you don't, like she'll come up with all these conclusions. So if she starts to get grumpy and she starts to get pissed off with you, that's not being put off, that's being hurt by your actions, because she's calculated that you don't care about her because of your actions, right? If she doesn't look pissed off and she withdraws from you and she's not pissed off whatsoever, that's when she's been put off. Because a girl that's been put off, she doesn't get pissed off, she just wants to get out of there, because now she's cringing and she doesn't like it anymore, so she wants to get out of there. But she's not pissed off, like she's actually quite normal and she just wants to get out. That's when you've put her off. Yeah, so I think that if you're really scared and you let that show too much, I think that that would put a woman off, because again, she just wants to feel like she's protected and that she has somebody who's strong with her, with the whole like hugging her in and stuff. Like she feels protected while she's being stimulated sexually, and I feel like that's the key to a woman. Fortunately, I don't know if that's unfortunate or fortunate, I don't know, but if you're too scared and you're showing her how scared you are, and it's fine if you're scared and you're confident, that's fine. If your heart is beating really fast but you're still doing your thing, then I think that that's quite cute. But if you're paralyzed with your fear, I think that that can be off-putting. So I don't know if you can train yourself to like not be paralyzed by your fear and still be able to move through it. And I've learned that so much with my singing. Like I have to push through my fear. I can't be paralyzed by it, otherwise I'm never gonna leave my house ever. So if you could train yourself to still perform while you're fearful, then that would be a very attractive trait. And if you don't and you get paralyzed by your fear and you're like frozen and you don't know what to do, I feel like that depending what type of woman that is, that could put her off. Right, let's close this video and stop talking about the negative side of things. I feel like when we have a crush on somebody, right, we become super aware of like everything that they're doing, and so that's exactly what she is doing. Like she's observing every single thing that you do. Like you move your hand a little bit, you move your hand a little bit, you breathe in and out, you look up, you look down. Like she's completely aware and looking like a hawk at everything that you're doing. So if you then unravel all of these steps that she's watching and you're sexy about it, and what does that look like to be sexy? Is to have knowledge and then to be able to follow through with the knowledge that you have, which is confidence. So you have the knowledge, you have the confidence to action the knowledge, and then that makes you entertaining to watch and entertaining to experience, and then so then you have all of that and she's gonna fall in love with you. And if you do it like in these particular ways, like I said, closeness and stimulating things while other things are happening because of the knowledge that you have that that's what you're supposed to be doing, then she's going to fall in love with you while doing that. And just don't be insecure. And actually what insecurity looks like is when you're begging for something. You know, you feel like they don't want you and you start begging them to want you. Never do that. Don't ever beg. You offer something, you wait for the response, and then you take the response. If it's a yes, you proceed. If it's a no, you don't proceed. You never ever beg. And that's how confidence shines the most, because why am I begging? I'm not begging. I'm offering it to you, and if you don't like it, okay, see you later. I tried. And actually girls are that's a psychological trick with a girl where you're just like, okay, bye. And then she'll be like, what do you mean by, are you not gonna chase me? So they want to be chased. And if they come chasing after you like that, then you can come and chase them. But you know, you got to learn to play the game. Maybe I shouldn't call it a game. Maybe I should call it a dance between the sexes of like teasing and chasing. I don't know if I want to chase a guy that way though. I don't want him to be like, oh no thank you, when really he means that he does want me, because that's a very feminine trait to like tell you no I don't want you when really I do want you. But you can look in the eyes. So if she looks scared in her eyes, and I think that this is the emotional intelligence we need to learn. If she's like big-eyed, she's scared. If she's small-eyed, she's not scared. So if she's big-eyed, do not proceed unless she tells you proceed. But if she's got small eyes, that means that she's, you know, sultry, and so then she wants it. And don't be scared to tell her to clarify, like, I need more from you. You're not telling me that you want me here, so I need you to confirm, like, do you want this or do you not want this? And again, that's confidence. Like, you're asserting yourself. You're saying, tell me what it is. Like, so you're commanding yourself. You're commanding the situation, and girls like it when you command the situation. Again, this is a natural command because you really do want the answer. So you're asking a question. You're not pretending to be assertive. You actually are assertive because what are you doing? You need the answer. So it's a natural assertiveness rather than a put on assertiveness, and girls like it when you're assertive and confident. I wonder if men like that as well. Maybe all humans like confidence and assertiveness. Right, quote of the week. So the internet told me, again, this is becoming about the internet all the time, my quote of the weeks, but the internet told me that your ability to seduce makes you the most attractive in bed, which then makes her fall in love. So you have to be attractive in bed, and unfortunately, people who are attractive, it's not unfortunate because there's taste as well. Because there's this guy that I saw yesterday because I was going busking. He was like being really flirtatious with me, and he was very handsome, but there was nothing about him that I wanted, and I was feeling really uncomfortable with his flirting, and I could see that he was very handsome and he was tall and handsome, but there was nothing in me that wanted him. And so then, yes, you being handsome gives you a head start, but it's also about taste. So though some people might say, oh, you're not very attractive, the next one is going to be like, oh, he's very attractive. So I don't know about this whole attraction thing. I think we are what we are, and let's be artistic with what we are. And so then your ability to seduce somebody makes you attractive rather than mostly what you look like, even though what you look like can give you a head start in some people's books. But the ability to seduce, so meaning that you look at a situation, you look at what's going on, and you start to decipher how it is to get what it is that you want. Again, if you come from a kind heart, then this shouldn't be manipulation. This should just be a game of seduction. So I want this, how do I get it? Let me look at this, let me study the situation, how do I get it? And then you go close in, and then you come back out. And then you try something and you come back out. Like, it's just all this playing, and you have to be confident that you're allowed to play it. Like, don't be scared. You're allowed to go and try to seduce somebody, to try to analyze how to seduce them, learn them, how do you seduce them, and that makes you very attractive. And the more that you know how to seduce, the better you become at it, and the quicker you become at analyzing how to get what it is that you want. Again, not in a bad way, in a good way. And I will repeat myself here with the Russ character, where because you're shy and because you're reserved and because you're scared of talking to people doesn't mean, I was gonna say, it doesn't mean that you're gonna put somebody off, but it just all depends on the character. And I just feel like we need to like stop chasing people that are not for us. So if there's a girl and she gets put off by the shy guy, that girl, and you're a shy guy, that girl is not for you. Because there's a girl out there who you might be very attracted to, and she likes the shy guys. So then go and find her and stop wasting your time on the one who doesn't. So, and I feel like we need to learn this skill of like shutting things off and saying no thank you. And I've only been able to do that in my late 30s. Well, I wasn't able to do that before, but maybe it's because nobody's talked about this. Maybe if I was watching videos like this when I was a teenager, I would be aware that this is happening, and then maybe I would have learned quicker. But nobody talks about it, nobody says anything about it. So maybe it is about that. Right, let's close the video. I think that if we're able to study people and even be interested in studying them, then you're going to learn so many things. And that's what I do. Like, I just watch people. And so I do think that my emotional intelligence is quite high because of how much I watch people, and I could just see little changes in them and stuff, and conversation, and asking them loads of questions, and like, so what do you like about this? What do you like about that? And then listen to their answer. And if they become like distant without being grumpy, then they don't like you. If they're grumpy, then they like you. And just learn the art of seduction and be close to them when you're doing sexual things to them, and care for them and be close to them. And if you have a girl that like treats you badly, I don't know, I need to talk to people like that. I feel like I just should go on like young people's podcasts and start talking to them. I'd love to do that and just like I saw this guy, he wasn't even young, he was quite old, and some girl, she was 37 or something, she was 38, 1 year older than me, and he said, what do you think you are out of 10? And then she said, I'm an 8 out of 10, and he started bursting out laughing. He said, sorry, I'm not being rude, but you're 38 and you think you're an 8 out of 10. Like, to be 38 is already put you down, like, way below an 8 out of 10. And I was sitting there, like, with my mouth open, like, what? And these people are there and they're talking and they're influencing other people, like, just chatting bare. And I just want to be in the middle of these people to try to decipher, like, how did you get here? Because, like, first of all, isn't it a bit rude to, like, even start, like, to, like, you know, am I really gonna sit here and go, right, that guy over there, he's like, I'd say he's a 7 out of 10. Like, what is it my business? It's not even my business to try and, like, tell people what they are and to even, like, grade them. Like, it's just so rude. So no, I'm not going to be grading them, and I just want to go talk to people, like, what makes you grade people? Like, what type of parents did you have? And is that it? Or what type of school did you go to, and did they teach you to, like, grade people? And of course they do, because that's what schools do, they grade people. You know, you got a C, and, you know, you should have got an A. So is that where we're learning this bad behavior from? And then when somebody's, like, in their 40s, you're like, oh, she could never be a 10 out of 10. Like, what? So you're telling me that Beyonce is not a 10 out of 10 in some people's eyes? Like, yes, maybe in your eyes she's not a 10 out of 10, but loads of people think she's a 10 out of 10, and she's like 40 something. So it's just like, I just want to be in the middle of these people to, like, ask them questions and decipher, like, how did we get here where you're telling a 38-year-old she can never be an 8 out of 10? And also, that's so rude. If somebody said to me, like, Nayna, what do you think you are out of 10? Now I don't even want to answer that. After this video, I'm like, off, I'm not answering that question. But I'll say to them, I'm an 11 out of 10. That's what I am. I'm an 11. Why am I not the best? And why do you think I'm, like, not the best? And if I'm not the best to you, like, move along. Anyways, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go now. I hope this has been educational for you, and I will be back again. See you later.